everyone, I have been sent this book by Colorya as a freebie to show you. So we're going to do a flip through of the book and have a little colour of something. I'm hoping to make something look a bit festive, but we'll see how it goes as we flip through. I haven't looked through it yet, so I don't know what to expect. As with all of their books that I have got, it is A4 in size, I think. This is an A4 piece of paper. Yeah. So it's A4, which is, sort of standard letter page in the UK. It has a ring binding on the top. Now, I'm not a big fan of ring bound books, but being on the top, it's usually quite out of the way. It doesn't annoy me. On the sides, that annoys me. Only because when I'm making videos, I like to keep the book the right way up and I have to keep resting my arm on the ring, whereas at the top it stays out of the way. Now, these books are very thick paper, so the cover is matte. My lamp is on, it's not reflecting it, it's quite nice matte, quite soft. And then when we go inside, I'm not sure how that's going to work with the light when I open it. I always find it tricky because the cover is actually leaning on my tripod stand, but it gives you a good idea of what it looks like. So this is our first page. It's very white, the paper, and it's very thick. As with all of their books, it's like a card. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very, very thick paper. And so this is obviously our This Book Belongs To page. It just doesn't say it, so you can put your name. We have a few sort of almost symmetrical in the corner design on there. And this is our sort of intro page. We have a QR code to scan. It says printed in Europe. I think they're French. The French is on the front top here, and it just says thank you for choosing our colouring book. As a small French creative company, we at Colorya have dedicated our hearts and efforts to develop the best possible creative products with solely one purpose: to bring more colour, joy and happiness into your life by helping you let go of daily stress and immerse yourself in the wonderful world of art. Now, this is one of their latest books, and I know in the US, I know I have a lot of people watching who are American, you can't get the titles as quickly as we get them in the UK, which I think is fair, for usually you get everything first, so it's our turn. But you do have some of their books on Amazon.com, but possibly not this one. I will put a link in the description of where to get it from, and it may just be a UK link, but we'll see I'll see what I can find. Okay, so our first page proper is a very sweet floral, and actually we have these hanging decorations. It could look a little Christmassy. They look a bit like Christmas tree ornaments, whereas this doesn't look very Christmassy though. But I'm sort of in the Christmassy mindset, so I'm going to sort of pick out Christmassy things, I'm sure. Now we have here a couple of mice. I've got a book, a hobbies book, which has got a lot of mice in. A very nice mushroom house, a very different style. This book is actually, as you may have seen from the cover, we've got a mix of different styles, and so it's quite interesting. So if you like doing lots of different things, which I do, I don't like doing a huge range of things, but I do like doing sometimes more realistic floral, sometimes more whimsical pictures. I like sort of mushrooms and things, and I do like mandalas sometimes, so you know it could be quite good if you're similar to me in that. Now here we have a person. Now, people for me always used to be quite scary. I've got a little bit more used to doing them now, but this is grayscale. I haven't really managed to get my head around grayscale quite yet. If you've got any hints, do leave them in the comments, because I feel that they're almost suited to a transparent pen, and you could just say do the whole hair in a sort of blonde colour and then just let the grey show through, and you wouldn't have to do any shading. I wonder if that's what it's all about, or is it to tell you where to do your shading? That's how I use it, but I'm not really sure if I'm doing it right, or if there is a right. I've noticed she's a mermaid. I was just looking. She's got a little shell here, and she's got little scales on her arms. Now this is an interesting one. We've got a black background, so yeah, I've Oh, we could do that in glitter pen. It would look lovely, but I don't have any in here. I can't keep going in and out today because my son is doing a live stream next door, so I don't want to keep disturbing him all the time. So we'll do something that works with. I brought through 3 sets of pencils, so we'll find something. So what have we got here? So you've got little bugs dancing. Oh, there's music. And this fox, maybe. I've got the cute little houses there. And I'm assuming this is supposed to be like wood with this. Nice flowers. I like those. I can't turn the page. Aha, now we have another grayscale lady. Now what's she? Let's see, we've got flowers. She's got like butterflies' wings and her hair's got lots of butterflies, so she's a butterfly type person. Very exaggerated facial features, apart from very small nose. I think it looks almost slightly manga styly, not as exaggerated. Now we have a mandala. Oh, we have a Christmas picture. Well, we better be doing some of this one, hadn't we? So I am thinking llama, alpaca. Not sure. A little kettle on the fire. Oh, excuse me. It's quite late. I'm tired. All sorts. I spent all day waiting for a file a video to export. So I'm recording in the evening, which is very unlike me. So we have a sort of Native American girl, I'm thinking, with her beautiful headdress feathers. She's so pretty. And this one, florals. But these sort of patterns, is it a dream catcher? Oh, but maybe not. Oh, it's another wintry picture. Look, we have snow. We have, they're all wrapped up warm. It's got baskets, some holly. We've got lights. Now we have, I would guess a geisha. Not quite, but you know, that sort of style. And this one is very simple. I think that would appeal to me late in the evening when I'm a bit tired, just doing the same bit over and over. Yeah, same thing. Like that. Now we have, we have a goose, a hedgehog and some owls. Little clusters of leaves. They jumped out at me as being fun to do. I think that's quite sweet. Oh, now there's some sort of jungle, because I've got a lioness, I'm thinking that is. And these look like sort of tusks. She's very pretty, to say. Oh, and we have another mandala on. This black looks almost blue. It's really odd. There's black. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh, we have one round this way, a wheel fit. So they're having a picnic, it looks to me. We've got a tree, we've got water behind, look. In a hammock with a cocktail. They're having tea. That's very sweet. Oh, let's go back round. We've got snow in this one. So I am assuming this is a snow leopard. I don't really know. And she's got like a fur cape on, hasn't she? Another one. This is a little more intricate. You would need a fine liner or quite a sharp pencil, I think, for that one. Oh, we have a stack of flower pots. These look a bit like hydrangeas, maybe. Look at these guys having a little... They're on their loungers, sort of sun loungers. And we've got, I'm not sure what that... Oh, it's the washboard where they've done their washing. Oops. Sorry. It's getting, the weight of the open pages is getting a bit too heavy. It's sliding about. Oh, I can't turn the page, I'm sorry. Ah, now I think she's wearing her sari. It's really pretty patterns in it. That's slightly messing with my head. It's squiff. I don't know if I can deal with that. So we have a pig reading a story to some mice. So we're inside a house with lots of bookshelves, which is lovely. Lots of wood to do as well. I like colouring wood. Ooh, it's a Cleopatra. I'm not a snake fan, so I'm going to turn her over. Sorry. Sorry, Colorya, but you can't scare me like that. This one is a little less detailed. Mandala. Oh, let's go around here. So what's going on here? Well, this one looks, we have snow, we have little worms because we've got a cross section of fire. But look, we've got a little sort of wreath thing going on over the bed. They're moles, aren't they? Nice flower. Kitchen. I don't think it's Christmas too much, but yeah. We have a Princess Jasmine or something like that, thinking, maybe. It's pretty. Oh, another one with a black background. I think they're quite fun. So you have to have a really bold colour scheme going on to work with those. Oops. What do we have here? We have a pumpkin house. More washing line, like washing lines, little leaf boats fishing. That's rather sweet. I think we've got one more page. Oh, it doesn't want sorry. There we go. So we've got a sort of a tropical sort of picture with the hibiscus. So we've got to do, whoops, I don't know why I'm turning it that way. We need to do our Christmas picture, don't we? Oops, I'm trying to find it now. I thought it was really near the beginning. Hang on, I'm just going to stop. Here we are. Now, I think it's got a lot going on. I'm not going to colour the whole picture. This is really a flip through, so I'm just going to do a little bit. Where should we go? I'm thinking maybe this bit up here, we'll do a bit of this. Let's come in a bit closer and do a bit of this. What pencils have I got here? I've got some Arrtx pencils. We'll use those, I think. I'm not going to do anything like the wall, it's a bit dull. I'm going to do some of the Christmassy things. So I've got the 72 set of Arrtx pencils here. Well, that's what I own, 72, and we'll have a go. Let's do Father Christmas. He's quite fun, isn't he? I've grabbed my crimson red. Now I do have a chart comparing Arrtx to Prismacolor in my Ko-fi shop. Ooh, look how I've just sharpened a big chunk out of that. I don't know how I managed to do that. That's really weird. Look, a great big chunk came off. Anyway, I'm going to just start colouring Father Christmas and hope it doesn't break. Let's turn it that way and you can't see it. So yes, I've done a sort of comparison because they are quite similar colour names and the shades are fairly close in some of them, some more than others. And as I said, I've got the 72, I think there's a 120 set as well now, but I've got 72, which is lovely. Someone sent me them as a gift. I was very lucky. Some of you might have them on your Christmas wish list, but they are a sort of cheap Prismacolor equivalent, I think, really. You know, people who like Prismas probably would rather have a Prisma. You know, it's a thing, isn't it, when you get used to a certain pencil. Like, I've noticed that there are some Polychromos copies on Amazon, and because someone was asking me, they said, I found some cheap Polychromos. What do you think about the price? And I was like, well, I don't really follow the price, so I'm not sure completely if that's a good price or not, but be careful because there are these ones that are listed as polychromos and they've got the same names. They come in completely different packaging, like in a cardboard box rather than I think actually you can buy polys in a cardboard box. Anyway, a little bit different, but it's just warning them to be careful, because it's okay buying a copy if that's what you want and you know what you're getting, but if you get fooled into thinking that it's real and it's not, it's so easy to get have that happen as well. So I'm going to use a black for his belt. Now this paper is very much the same as the other books. It's very smooth, and although that's good in some ways, it means I don't know how many layers you would get out of it before you sort of saturated the paper really. I'm looking for something to do for his colour for his face. I think I'm going to use the peach. It's not. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the blush pink, I think. The skin tone's a bit tricky, but I just use this pink and I use it quite lightly, just so that it's not white like the fur. I think that's okay. I don't know about that. I think I might just leave that. I'm going to go do some more red on the hat though. It's looking a bit sparse of colour. You can see how quickly it's sort of wearing down a bit. I feel like I want to sharpen it again. I'm not going to though. There we go. And his hands, I think I'm going to do little green gloves. What should we use? The olive green, I think. There we go. Now when I've completed this picture, I will try and remember to take a photo of it and to put it on my social media pages so you can see it, but it will be in my completed pages video if I forget. I'm going to use the gold for his belt. This is actually a metallic gold pencil. Yes, so it'll be on there. There's our Father Christmas. I just don't know what to do about that round bit. I think maybe I should do it his skin colour. I think I'll try and use the blush pink, but I think it's going to look a bit odd. There we go. Right, should we do the shelf? We'll do the shelf quickly using the burnt ochre. I don't want it really dark, so I'm just going to put a bit on there. But we do have to think a little bit about the shading on the shelf, which I can talk to you about once I grab my mixed colour. This is a little bit more orangey than I was hoping for. I'm going to get rid of that and grab one of our browns, darker browns. Whoops. Or just drop it on the desk. This is the dark brown. I think in this bit here, I think it's going to be more shadowy. So I'm going to make that a bit darker. That is a bit too dark probably. And then lighter towards here. Should be going in that direction really. Direction of the wood grain. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this over the top of here to tone that orange down a bit. Now I'm actually thinking, what shall I do? What else shall I colour? Thinking I could show you how to do the candles. Now I'm thinking, let's do a green candle. Yeah, I think I'll go for this. It's quite dark. The grass green for our candles. And what I'm going to do is start by just putting some colour all over it. Now the reason I'm going for both of them the same is that if it was me, it's Christmas, I would have matching. So same over both. And I'll show you how to do the flame as well in a bit. So before that, we'll go back to this one. We want to make it darker on the edge of the candle than the middle. So we get a bit of a light bit in the centre. You can even use a darker green if you want to. And we'll do exactly the same with this one. Make sure that's got a bit of colour on it. Sort of fade it towards the middle to try and make it look like it's catching the light in the centre, and it makes it look more rounded. I'm actually going to use the gold again, the metallic gold, for the for these saucers. That's what I would call them. There we go. Now the flame, I used to always do my flames backwards, but they start with your red. So I'm actually going to start with a poppy red, but the red is at the top of the flame. I always used to do it at the bottom. Put a bit of red, whoops, at the top. Put a bit at the top of that one, and then just blend it down, i.e. fade it down and blend it down. Now this is the pale vermilion. You can go over that red and bring it a bit further down, putting less down as you go towards the middle of the flame, excuse me. Then the orange. Like that. And then, what's this? Oh, the yellowed orange. This might be my last one. Might go over all of it. There. Okay. Now, let's do, now with the wreath, what I would tend to do is to do a base green layer. So I'm going to actually use the olive green for this and just colour all of the wreath the same colour. I'm going a little bit lighter with this because we've got a Christmas tree to do. I'm not going to do it now, but I will do it, and I want that to be a little bit darker. Now this paper being very soft, it's rather nice to lean on. It's nice under your hand. Nice soft paper. The fact that you can use the ring binder on the top to roll the pages behind means that you've always got something to lean on. So when, you know, often when you start a new book, or if you're doing the first few or last few pages, it's very thin because you haven't got much to lean on apart from the cover, and that can make it a little tricky. So you don't get that with the ring binder if you turn the pages behind. You've got you've always got the same thickness of book to lean on, which is quite nice. I should really be doing a round and round motion because that's the sort of, you know, it looks like it's supposed to be sort of bushy. So I think that's what I should be doing. Just noticed I missed a bit over there. Back and forth. So I'm thinking about, we've got our Christmas light switch on this week. So I might go and watch that. Haven't been for a really long time. I thought it might be nice to go. Nobody else wants to go with me. I shall go on my own. And I actually bought the boys a ready meal, a curry They can warm up in the microwave on that evening, so I don't have to worry about cooking for them, because they were both going to be in quite late, but actually one of them has had his class moved to tomorrow morning, so he won't actually be in late after all. But it saves them having to worry, and they get a meal that they really like, which is a chicken korma. Because I can't eat curry. Well, I can't eat chili. I can make my own curries, but they don't like them. They like a bit of heat, and and I don't really know how to cook meat and things like that. They can do it. They've cooked curries themselves before, but it's a rather nice treat for them to just have one and not have to worry about cooking it, and means that I don't have to think about it either, which is nice. Gives me a bit of a break, because although they did used to cook when they were on holiday, I used to make them cook one day a week, but they wouldn't always cook for me as well, because they would sometimes cook things that I couldn't eat, so I didn't really get a break always. But I'm trying to decide whether to have a few days off. My husband's off work for 2 weeks. I'm thinking, should I go on strike? You know, get everyone else doing everything and not, but I don't know. I was thinking it might take as much energy to try and tell them about all the jobs that need doing. I might as well just get on and do them. I'm going to use the grass green, which we use for the candles, to go over the top. But I'm not going to totally cover everything. So it's going to hopefully make it start to look a bit bushy if I sort of do a bit of scribbling. I hope it doesn't look like scribble. And we're going to use a third colour after, and hopefully it'll look sort of like a bushy foliage type thing going on. You know, we've got a florist in our town, talking of sort of Christmassy foliage, and they have been delivering jam jars of beautiful Christmas flower arrangements to the shops in town, and they look gorgeous. So I've got to go to town tomorrow, so I'm thinking I might go into the florist and buy myself a little arrangement. I mean, basically they have like evergreen, like a bit of yew or pine, something like that in there, a pine cone on a stick in it, and various other sort of seasonal bits and pieces, some gypsophilia I think in white and some red things. This is the dark green I'm going to go over with now, and it just looked absolutely adorable. And the jam jar had a tiny pair of baubles or Christmas tree, round spherical Christmas tree decorations hanging from it, and it just looked adorable, and I just thought, I want one. And tomorrow I'm going into town. I need to go to the post office and post my some of my Christmas cards that are going abroad, and so I'm going to the post office, and I've got it. I thought I might wander and go and support some of the independent shops and buy a few little bits and pieces, and that might be something that I buy. It's just lush. Even the pot it's in is really lovely, but I've probably got one that I can use rather than the jam. It's a sort of jam jar, but a really pretty one, not just a normal one. But yeah, I can probably I've probably got something I could use. They've got little baubles hanging from here, haven't we? And I'm thinking about whether to do them all the same colour or not. It's a difficult decision. I could do them in silver and gold, you know, the metallics, or I could do them in red and yellow. But I'm thinking maybe Maybe silver and gold would be different. Don't use metallic pencils mixed in with others that often. So I'm going to use the metallic gold to do every other one. I have to get the silver out because I haven't used it yet. My silver is really small, it kept breaking. I still get scared when I sharpen it because it breaks. I think it's just a bit of a dud. Sometimes you get that in a set of pencils, whether they're budget or not, sadly. And then bow. We'll do the bow. Now, I am going to use, oops, where's the red? The red we used for the Father Christmas, the crimson red. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to put down a base of this, and then I'm going to put a darker colour in some areas. I'm wondering whether a pastel would work on this. I think I've used pastels in their other books. Yes, I definitely have. Because I was thinking about this big wall behind here. It's quite a large area, isn't it? Thinking maybe I could do in pastel. May not. May. Have a think. Whoops. So I was just thinking it's not that easy to do a nice even layer. What should we go? We need a dark. Oh yeah, we've got this one. Oops. This is the Tuscan red. I can use that. It's a bit of shadow here and here and down here. Let's carry that out of it. Right, back to the crimson red to tidy it up because I think it looks quite messy. That's better. Sometimes just a second or maybe third layer can just tidy it up, especially if you're careful to make sure you're spending a bit more time covering up the areas that haven't got much on. So for example here there's a bit here and a bit here and a bit here with no red at all, so I need to make sure that I definitely go over those like that, and then the other areas just try to even out a little bit. Yeah, I do enjoy Christmas shopping. I'm quite looking forward to it. I don't really have much time, and I think someone's supposed to be coming tomorrow to help me with the technical issue that I have with my water softener. It's very boring. But I haven't got a time, and I need to go out and cruise my cards, so I'm afraid I'm going to go out, and they might be here. They might come. Now here we have what looks like fairy lights. And those are quite difficult to do, I always think. To know quite how to do them. Here's a little easy way that I do them. It's not, I've seen much better ones, but this is my sort of easy way. So I grab my yellowed orange and I do around the outside. Like that. I'm just going to sharpen it. I want it to be a little, not quite so thick. So you could do them all different colours, and what you're going to need is the darker colour around the outside, which is what I'm doing now, and then a slightly lighter tone. So you could do them in multicolours if you want to. Feeling really thirsty. I had a drink after my evening meal. I usually have another one. I guess I normally have one about 7. It's only 6:30. I don't know why I'm suddenly so thirsty. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying my Agata Pop advent calendar. I know Johanna Basford has been doing one with her small victories, which is rather nice. Whoops, my pencil's running everywhere. I am going to use the canary yellow now. Or at least, it's not December yet. This is canary yellow, and she's been saying that she's going to do one. Like 1 picture a day from small victories. I think it's a fantastic idea. I'm going to be doing next week, it will be some small victories festive pictures. So I will do I will be doing the winter wreath, definitely. I don't know if that'll be next week, but before Christmas. But I'm also got some other pictures in mind that I'm going to do with a festive feel. So they aren't actually drawn in a festive style, but I can make them look festive with the colours and techniques that I use. This is the metallic silver, and I'm going to use it for the little things holding the lights. So yeah, so I have some plans for that. So it's rather exciting. I'm hoping to do quite a few. I'm also probably going to do a Matchstick Mouse picture for you, but I've been trying to choose one. I've done a few already for you from Matchstick Mouse Christmas. Well, I did some last year, and so I thought I would do one this year. I fancy doing stockings before I finish, so I think I use the same red, the crimson red. I'm rather liking that one. Now with the stocking, I tend to try and make the colour a bit more intense at the bottom, where I think there would be shadow, a bit lighter further up. This one though, I would imagine would have be a bit lighter sort of there. Would do the top in red, leave the spots for other colour. Yeah, there is some gardens in a village. Yeah, I guess it's a village near us, which I want to go and see. I'm going to do the background of this one in red. It's actually very famous for its snowdrops, and it's a garden in a house. The house is actually still occupied, but the gardens are open to the public, or some of the gardens. They have a part of their own, you know, and you can have a look round. Now they're doing this sort of Enchanted Evening thing where they're putting lights in the trees, and I think I'm going to go. I'm hoping husband might come with me and take me, otherwise I can go on the bus. I'm trying to decide which green to do. I think I'm going to use the grass green. Now I'm keeping quite a simple colour scheme, and I think it helps the picture tie together a little more if you don't use too many different colours. And I also like a red and green Christmas theme going on, so that's another. So there's 2 reasons really. And yeah, so that's sort of why I've picked these. Well, I'll be putting my decorations up very, very soon. That's what they're doing, isn't it? Oh, you can't see. You can only see this bit of the picture. Yeah, she's actually hanging, it looks like the bit that you can't see, she's hanging stockings on the tree. Do you think if I hang lots of stockings on my tree, that'll get filled up? How greedy. I should definitely put a stocking up, but no, it may not. Only one. Okay, the last little bit I'm going to do is the candles. I'm just going to show you a little thing that I do. So I want this darker green, this is called dark green, and I'm going to put a bit of shadow under the sort of dribbly wax bits like that, and then I'm going to get a white pen, just do a few little bits. Yeah, I can use my Jelly Roll 10, and I'm going to put a little bit of shine on them so they just look like, because they're sticking out from the candle, like they're catching the light a bit. You could also do a bit down the side here as well if you want to. This is quite plain up here, but I don't think I'm going to think about doing and putting a bit of shine on them. I don't know, when it sits on the gold and silver pen, not very well. I will think about that after, because there's quite a lot going on in the picture, and actually this bit being quite plain might be better, so I'm going to leave that there. So there is our little sort of Christmas shelf, really, from this Christmassy page. So yes, I will finish this, as I say. I'm not quite sure when. I might do it this evening, but I may not get a chance, so we'll have to see. And I will find a way of sharing it with you, probably in my completed pages. I might put it, as I say, I might put it in my social media pages. It just depends what else I'm posting. I can't remember, because I think I've already scheduled some posts a while ago. Anyway, thank you for watching. There is the book. So you can see we've got a few Christmas pages, but it isn't really a Christmas book. It's mainly, you've got your mix of your whimsical animals, your mandalas, your black background mandalas, your grayscale people, grayscale ladies, and yeah. So it's, as I say, it's a bit of a mix. So it could appeal to all sorts. But yeah, I'll put links in the description where you can find the book. And as I say, this was Colorya sent this one to me for free to review. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a really super day and happy colouring.